Well, I'm back here again with another video, and I know it's been a while, but I am back in the game again of video making for now. I know I took a hiatus. I just had a lot of other stuff to do. Work got in the way and everything. I was working a ton, so, you know, just had things to do, but here I am with another video. I'm more motivated as well to start getting into some videos again. So here is another video, and this video is going to be on 5 songs that aren't on Spotify that I think are absolutely great, that should be on Spotify. And of course, if Spotify does happen to pick up on these and put them in their library and everything, I'd much appreciate that. You know, they've added some stuff that hasn't been on there before that I've appreciated them for putting on there and everything. Like, for example, Rancid's original EP right before their first album was out. This song has some, or this EP has some original songs on, like Battering Ram, I'm Not the One, and stuff like that. And Battering Ram, I gotta say, is my favorite song on there, but man, it's a pretty good EP. I definitely recommend listening to it. So, we're getting into it here. So, first off, we got No Apologies by Sum 41. And no, I'm not talking about Newts from Chuck. I'm talking about No Apologies. This song is a very good one. I don't know why this one wasn't on the original release of the album, because like it's better than basically all the songs on the original release of the album. I mean, just the energy, the anticipation of it, even the guitar sound is pretty like strong. You know, you can tell they turn up the amps quite a bit on this album with, you know, the choruses and everything, and the, of course, distorted guitar parts and everything like that. And the bonus tracks on Underclass Hero in general are great, but this one definitely sticks out to me the most out of all of them. Because this song, like, even the message of it is punk to the core, basically, which I really admire about it. And it definitely reminds me of a slightly more matured version of All Killer No Filler, I guess. But songs like this are what the entire album, I think, should have been. Underclass Hero is still an okay album. It's not my favorite album by Sum 41, but hey, it's still got some pretty good songs on it. Underclass Hero, the song was alright, you know, and you had Confusion and Frustration in Modern Times, of course, Walking Disaster, which a lot of us know, and is a very well-known Sum 41 song. But No Apologies is my favorite song on Underclass Hero in general, man. This song is great. And this one, like I said, should have been put on the album. I don't know why they didn't put it on, but they should totally put this on Spotify as well. I think more people need to hear this song, because it'll make you sort of almost appreciate Underclass Hero a bit more. And no, it isn't like the metal version of Sum 41, really, like the metal side of Sum 41, but it's still a great, like, punk song, you know? And the second one we got on here is Spaghetti Motel by NoFX. Now, this one was put on a compilation called Retrospective, which I actually do have on CD. As you can see right there, that's the cover and everything. It's a 3-album CD, by the way. It has some demos, some like hits they put out. There's a lot of good stuff on here, I gotta say. And this is what the inside of it looks like right here. You got 3 CDs in there, of course. You got disc 2s of demos. You got disc 1's Fattest Hits, and disc 3's The Fat Club. And Spaghetti Motel was on the 3rd part of this album called Fat Club and everything. And there's a lot of originals on there that I definitely recommend checking out, you know. Some of them are kind of mid, almost, but there's some ones that stick out in there, like ones by MXPX called Broken Hearts Disease and everything. But Spaghetti Motel, I think, definitely is, like, the theme of it, like the meaning of it and everything and all of that, celebration of being a loser, basically, I think is kind of funny. It sort of reminds me of like a slightly more edgy kind of version of bands like Bowling for Soup and stuff like that, you know. Of course they're a bit edgy too, but NoFX, let's be honest, they have even more edge to them than bands like that. Of course, they're not as known as a band like Bowling for Soup, but hey, you know, they're a great band nonetheless. And they're on their final tour this year, by the way, and they are coming to Riot Fest, so get your tickets now for that, because they will be there. And this one sounds like just probably one of the best eras of NoFX, honestly. You know, around like the mid-2000s, you know, it's what, you know, the sound is. Of course, it was released around then, I believe like around 2008 or so is when it came out. And, you know, I actually like a lot of 2000s NoFX material. I think they put out a lot of great stuff in the 2000s. I liked a lot of stuff on War on Errorism. I know this is when some people say NoFX was kind of falling downhill, but I think they had a really unique sound during this time that, you know, was like fun and, you know, upbeat and everything. I thought a lot of it was great, honestly. Of course, I liked Punk in Drublic very much as well. That's probably one of my top NoFX albums out of them all, maybe even #1 possibly. But I gotta say, you know, Wolves in Wolves Clothing was great. You know, I really enjoyed the War on Errorism, and this one kind of sounds like it would be, you know, a B-side to one of those albums, or to Coaster possibly, which is also a pretty good album, honestly. You know, they did a little bit of shredding in that album too with Eddie, Bruce, and Paul, which is another great song they made. It kicks ass though. I enjoy it. You know, I enjoy hearing NoFX shred. You know, and almost sound like a metal band, sort of, but like in a more punkish kind of way, except, you know, shredding guitar, which is cool as hell, by the way. And Hefe is a great guitarist, I gotta say. I really love his guitar sound, and in this song too, Spaghetti Motel. I like the chuggy kind of downstroke riffs he plays and everything in this song, and during this time in general. It's a great sound, honestly. They did a great job with their sound, I think, during this time. And just remember, it's okay to be a loser! And third one we got on this list is Jamaica's Alright, if you like Homophobes by NoFX. Jamaica's alright if you wanna bop to ska and reggae. It's another NoFX song, and this is a funny reggae song, and it's also very catchy as well. First time I heard the song, it got stuck in my head for like a long time, man. You know, it was in my head all day long the first time I heard it. I was like, man, you know, this song needs to be on Spotify, along with, you know, any other, like, you know, 7-inch they put out and everything that's not on there. I think this might be the only one that's not on Spotify out of the 7-inch of the month club, I'm pretty sure. And honestly, I thought NoFX was always at least fairly decent at making a ska or reggae song, you know what I mean? Like, Eat the Meek is another great one they've done. All Outta Angst is kind of like that, you know? They make some pretty good, almost ska-like material, almost like Rancid does, you know? And there's of course the other song, you know, they covered by Rancid called Radio. They did a great job in that cover, by the way, and I think that should also be put on Spotify because that's not on there either. Their split that they did where, you know, they covered a bunch of each other's songs. I thought the thing was great, especially the Radio and I'm the One. Those two were great songs, you know. But Jamaica's Alright, man. This song is so catchy. It's just an all-around great song, and it's got some funny lyrics to go along with it, which makes it fun. I love this song, man. I really wish it was on Spotify. And number 4 here, we got Tested by Bad Religion. Now, this entire album here is just called Tested, but this was Bad Religion's first official live album, and they put their own studio track called Tested on here, dedicated to that tour, which I thought was rad as hell. And this song, I gotta say, great song. And, you know, the Bad Religion always had a lot of great stuff about them, from, you know, their lyrics to, you know, Brett's really cool lead guitar parts that he puts in there. And the lyrics of the song can be pretty relatable, honestly, because, you know, a lot of it is about, you know, struggling to find your purpose and everything. And, you know, it's also kind of, you know, a good song to work out to and everything if you're someone who likes to go to the gym. You know, I recommend turning this one on. That is if you're able to, you know, listen to it, of course. Go on YouTube and listen to it. You'll probably find it. But on Spotify, it is not on there. And neither is this entire live album. So somebody tell Spotify to put this on. Please. People need to listen to this. And last one we got here is Avondale by Yellowcard. Now this one comes from an EP they made in 2002, right before Ocean Avenue came out. And a lot of these songs sound like, you know, throwaways of what they were going to put on One for the Kids. And, you know, they're not bad, honestly. It's not their best material by any means, but Avondale, I'd say, is a pretty good song. You know, they have the acoustic version on Spotify, but they don't have the original, which kind of surprises me. Like, they were able to put the acoustic version from their Deep Cuts, I believe, on there, but they weren't able to put the original. They haven't even put any of the Underdog EP on Spotify, and I'm not sure why. it's not available much anywhere. And I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe this just wasn't released or something, I have no idea. But it's out there on YouTube for you to listen to, you know, and all that. So if you want to go there and listen to it, it's there. But it's not on Spotify, of course, at least yet. Though I hope it does happen, because Avondale, man, this song, great, like, vocals to it and everything. They're executed, like, perfectly. You know, there's such good melody in this song all around, and the chorus is very catchy, and of course the violin, right as it starts out, you can tell this is going to be a good song. Right when that violin melody plays at the beginning, man, you can already tell it's going to be great. Even the bridge of this song is, like, perfectly put in place. You know, everything about the song is, like, perfectly put in place in general, man. It's my favorite song on the Underdog EP, and I think it really deserves some attention, along with the EP in general, because, you know, the EP in general is actually not bad, you know. One for the Kids has some pretty good stuff on it. It's not my favorite material by Yellowcard by any means, but hey, you know, it's pretty good stuff. It's not bad for, like, you know, a somewhat new band. And, you know, One for the Kids, of course, is right when Ryan joined the band, and he added a lot to the band as the melody and everything. I gotta say, he made the version of Yellowcard that we all know and love. Ryan did when he joined the band, which I think was a great thing. They had a different singer, I don't remember what the guy's name was, but he was in that album called Where We Stand. Their first official album they put out. I believe that's on Spotify now, but it wasn't before years ago. You know, you had to go on YouTube to listen to that. It's not bad per se, but, you know, I definitely enjoy, you know, the things they made in the future, like, you know, Ocean Avenue, Lights and Sounds, and albums like that, you know. But still, Avondale is a song that really sticks out from this era of Yellowcard, when Ryan was first joining the band and everything. And I really appreciate this one, and I wish they put the whole EP on Spotify, but especially in particular this song. So that's it for this video, guys. Let me know if there's any songs that aren't on Spotify that you guys recommend me listen to, and I'll check them out. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Peace out.